Hi guys, it's Tiff Day and this is Closet Talks. Today, you are enough. Hey cutie heads, it's Tiff with Today and I'm so excited to talk to you guys. This is going to be a very personal and a very vulnerable episode about something that I feel is really important. With my platform and today, I still want to make sure that we are taking care of ourselves. And in part of taking care of ourselves, not just physically and not just with our nutrition, there's mental, there's emotional, there's spiritual. All of these things I feel like really come together in this topic today. And it's heartbreak. And as I think about heartbreak, it's something I feel like we need to talk about and put out there, because when you're going through it, when I've gone through it, sometimes you feel like you are all alone, that there's no one else out there, that no one understands your pain, that no one understands how you feel, when really and truly, each of us has not only gone through that, but will continue to go through that. And I feel if we can embrace those really difficult, hard, painful times, then we're better capable to also support someone else and maybe lend our hand out to help someone that might be in need, and maybe even see someone that might not ask for help. So I want to share with you guys a couple of my experiences with heartbreak and just get really raw with you for a minute. I think back to when I was a kid, and obviously heartbreak changes throughout your life. And the first time I had to deal with a heartbreak is when I lost my cat. And we had had this cat for years, and she ended up getting in a fight and got really sick, and I remember my dad had to take her to the vet and they said she wasn't coming back. And that's the first time I really remember like my heart hurting. I remember crying because we wouldn't see her. And man, sometimes I think if we could only go back to being a kid and really embracing those feelings. Like, it was okay to cry. It was okay to go tell mom that you were sad or go tell dad you needed a hug. You could do those things and everyone accepted that. So if we could go back to being kids in those simple moments and make things more simple, I feel like let your emotions flow. Let them all out. The next time I really remember heartache, you guys, in high school, I never had a boyfriend, okay? I dated here and there, but that wasn't a big thing, which is, I always wanted one. It just didn't happen. So really, like, my first experience with being heartbroken as far as like a romantic relationship went is after I had been married for 21 years, and I remember some really difficult conversations with my ex-husband about why he wanted to end the relationship. I remember there was some betrayal involved, and I remember like not really being able to get out of bed. I remember feeling like I didn't know how life was going to go on. I remember thinking, why is this happening to me? I thought I had done X, Y, and Z. And that was a really difficult time for me. The pain in my heart was, well, like your heart breaks into a million pieces. Makes you question who you are. Makes you wonder if you're enough. It brings on depression. It brings on sadness. I remember not eating. Honestly, I feel like I was in a fog for a long time. But I also knew I was a mom, and I remember having to watch my kids struggle. That's another heartbreak, knowing that there's no control over what your kids are feeling. They don't have a choice in that. They didn't ask for that. They have to accept what's coming their way without really having a say in it. Those are all things that absolutely broke my heart. And I remember, I'm trying to think of the things that I did, and the one thing that was a constant for me was being a mom, was knowing that I had these 4 amazing humans that needed me, that loved me no matter what, that needed my strength, that needed my support, and I needed to be there for them. I also had some really good friends that would come over and make sure I got out of bed. They would make sure that I was eating. And I did get better, and you do get stronger. But man, when it happens, you just feel like you are in the depths of hell. That was my first experience really with like the romantic heartbreak. There's been other heartbreaks that I've dealt with in my life as well. Having to see your kids struggle for personal reasons. I remember an experience when my oldest son, he was trying to decide whether to go on an LDS mission or not. And I remember sitting down with him, and we were on the couch, and he's a very stoic, strong, independent individual. And I remember him breaking down on the couch and saying to me, "Mom, will you be disappointed if I don't go?" And he had tears, and I remember as a mom, absolutely not. I love you. I support you. I need you to do the things for yourself that are right. I'm here to guide you. I'm not here to tell you what to do. And his biggest concern, which broke my heart, he said this to me, "Mom, I'm so worried that other people in our community are going to look at you and wonder if you're a good mom." I have never felt, my heart was sad. I was sad that he was worried about what other people thought, because I'm telling you one thing, I don't care what anyone else thinks. When it comes to my kids, I may not parent the way you think I should. I may parent differently than you. I might have a different belief than you, but one thing I do know is I love my kids. I will support them in their decisions. I will always give them my opinion and my feedback, but they know I will always be there for them. That was definitely difficult for me. Currently, I'm also dealing with a heartbreak of knowing that my oldest daughter is moving away. I'm excited for her. This is exciting. Like, I am so excited for her to get out and to live life and to figure out who she is and to spread her wings and to fly. And I'm heartbroken because I will miss her. And I guess that comes with adult kids. And I know, as many of you know, our kids get older and you just don't realize how fast the time goes, and you have to live in the moment. You have to enjoy every second that you get with them. When they're at home with you, love them up. And again, it's not that I'm not excited for her. I am thrilled. I'm going to miss her. And also, guess what? I'm a baby. I cry. I can cry at the drop of a hat. So I apologize. Just bear with me. I think about my cute, not so little 18-year-old son that is currently trying to figure out, what college he's going to go to. And to see him wonder, like, where am I going to go? What am I going to do with my life? And really learning how to have a voice for himself, as he's had many outside influences trying to tell him what to do, trying to tell him, you need to be this person, you need to handle your life this way, you need to do this to get to this next level. And to see him really struggle and know, or to be confident in himself, if there's anything I can do as a mom, it's to build that confidence in your kids, to allow them to be who they are, to push them to be the best version of themselves, and dream big. Dream big. Do I want him to go out of state? It's going to be another goodbye for me. Am I going to cry? Yeah, I am going to cry. I love him. I'm excited for that. As I see my sweet Zoe, my baby Zoe, that as we were going through the divorce, and that sweet girl was starting 7th grade, and 7th grade isn't easy anyway, but she was sick every day. And there was nothing wrong with her other than there was anxiety. And knowing how do I balance this? How do I make dad happy? How do I make mom happy? How do I make myself happy? How do I make sense of all of this? And to see she missed almost, I would say, a good year of school. In fact, it was questionable if she would be able to go back to junior high the next year because she had missed so much, and I had to go in and really talk to them and help her through that. But to see your kids struggle, and I know that's going to happen time and time again as a mom, as a dad, as a parent in general, our kids will continue to struggle. They're going to struggle throughout life. It's going to be heartbreaking for us. We don't ever want anyone to hurt, but especially our kids. It's difficult, and we love them so much. I just think, again, my one piece of advice as a parent is to remember your kids are very individual. Not one of them is going to be like another one. They're different. They have different beliefs. They have different lifestyles. They're very unique. It's our job to build a relationship with each of them, to understand them. They have to be loved differently. What one kid feels as love, another one doesn't. And we have to figure out what that is. It could be touch. It could be words. It could be acts of service. It could be quality time. That is our job. And I think the more comfortable we get with allowing ourselves to try these different angles of love with our kids, to encourage them, to remember that this is their path. This is their life. This isn't ours. That might break your heart. This isn't your journey, it's theirs. Allow them the opportunity. Allow them those struggles. Allow yourself, if you need to have your heart broken as they go through these struggles, and know it's okay. That means you love. That means you're accepting your emotions as you go through this and as you parent them. I think it's so important. I know post-divorce, I've had some relationships that have brought really great heartache. Heartache from loving and not getting that back. And quite honestly, it's hard. It's hard. It's hard because you've already gone through the divorce part. You've gone through those feelings. You've accepted who you are. You've built this new person. And when it happens again, it's very easy to fall back in that place and say, gosh, what's wrong with me? Was I not enough? No. I think it's really important to remember to surround yourself with the people that love you in those difficult times. I remember as I was going through some of this difficult stuff, my sweet kids would call me. They would text me. My friends would show up at the door to take me out for a drink or to go get lunch, to make me go grocery shopping. And as I persevered, and I remembered to take one day at a time, it always gets a little bit easier. You embrace the pain. You sit with yourself in those difficult, sad moments of wanting to be loved, not getting the love you need, and being okay with it. That's hard. But as I talk about that heartbreak, I also think I would rather have that heartbreak because I have a few friends that have lost children. And I think saying goodbye to a child, I can't imagine. I think it'd be crippling. I have a friend that lost her child in an accident. She didn't have the opportunity to say goodbye to him. And my heart, every time I see a picture of him that she posts, when she talks about him, when she talks about her grief, I feel it. I feel her broken heart. I feel her pain. I'm grateful that she's sharing that with all of us. I have a friend that lost a child to cancer. I've had friends that are dealing with kids that do have cancer. They don't know the outcome. All of those things are so heartbreaking. They're so difficult. I think they really bring you to the most humbling, rock bottom part of your life. And I think that's when we really need to be there for each other. First, as you're going through heartbreak, just don't forget, you have to take care of you. You have to take care of you. If you need to rewind that and hear it one more time, please take care of you. If you don't take care of yourself, you can't take care of anyone else. You need to be patient. Be patient. Sometimes, if we could snap our fingers and make the pain go away, make the heartbreak go away, who wouldn't want to do that? Sometimes I think, oh my goodness. You guys, okay, I'm going to tell you, this is, you can laugh for a minute. I watched this show on Netflix. It's called Vampire Diaries. And it's totally a high school movie or series. But these kids will experience these really hard things, and the vampires can go in and compel them to forget everything. I'm like, oh, I need a vampire in my life. I want a vampire. Who doesn't want a vampire to compel them? Okay? But really and truly, we are in a movie. We're not in a Netflix series. There's not vampires. if we are being real, if we're being authentic, if we want to heal the broken parts of ourselves, we need to be willing to sit with our pain. We need to be willing to feel our emotions. We need to be willing to go through a grieving process. And remember, again, it encompasses so many things. It isn't just a love relationship. It can be, but it also is saying goodbye to a relationship, saying goodbye to a dream or the way you thought life should be. It could be saying goodbye to a career. It could be saying goodbye to a loved one or to a pet or to something that you love dearly. It can also just be saying goodbye. You know you'll see them, but still saying goodbye still breaks your heart, and that's okay. It could be dealing with an actual death. There's so many things that heartbreak encompasses. Remember, if there is one thing I can say, it's okay to not be okay. We're not going to be okay all the time. We can't always be up on this level. I think for the most part, I am a happy, easygoing, loving, kind-hearted, free-spirited soul. But sometimes I'm not okay. And that's okay. And as I get in those spaces, instead of trying to put on my tough act or trying to get through it alone, I need to look to the people that love and care about me. And those people, you will know, they show up every day. They check on you. They text you. They call you. And rely on that. Remember that. Those people, that's your tribe. Surround yourself with your tribe. I want to also just tell you, remember to give yourself some grace. We're going to make a million mistakes. Some of our mistakes will bring heartache. Be forgiving. Be kind to yourself. Honestly, so many times I say this to my kids. I'm going to say it to each of you. Get in front of the mirror. Tell yourself how much you love you. Not easy to do, especially when you're dealing with those emotions where you're sad, you're hurt, you're going through pain, maybe you don't feel good enough. That is the most important time to face you. Face you. Look yourself in the eyes. And not only that, I want you to find 5 things. 5 things that you love about you. I don't care if it takes you 1 minute or 5 hours. You're going to find 5 things you like about you, and don't just say them. Really tell yourself them. Believe them. The more you talk nice to yourself, the more you encourage yourself, the more you love yourself, the easier it's going to be to heal. The easier it's going to be for you to get back into not just a place of pain, but a place of gratitude. It's okay to be in a shadow. It's also okay to be in a place of happiness. We're always in this balance, trying to find our balance. If we didn't have the dark, we wouldn't know the light. Just remember that. It's okay. It's going to happen. I also think it's important that as we're going through all of these heartbreaks, I'm not saying this when I'm going through them because I don't want them, but try to embrace it. Try to feel everything. Remember, there is a lesson in everything that you go through, there's something to be learned. Journal. Maybe you don't journal. Maybe you just get on, I know there's like voice notes or something on your phone, or color, or do something that you're expressing yourself, that you're putting the feelings that you have in here outside of yourself so that you can read them, you can listen to them, you can see them, you learn from that. And also, really and truly, I've gone back to my journal from a lot of these different experiences that I've had, and I'm picking up little nuggets of wisdom, of strength, of courage, of bravery, of all of these things that I didn't know I had then, but that I can apply as I go forward in my life. I think that's important to remember. So, guys, heartbreak is a real thing, okay? I'm sorry that we have to go through it, but we do. Feel it, own it, be you, love yourself, let other people love you through this. You are not alone. Learn to have compassion for you, compassion for other people, and then really be mindful as you're out and about. You know when someone's having a bad day. It can be something as simple as a hi. Sometimes you ever get those gut feelings like, I should text my friend and see if they're okay? Listen to it. Listen to that. I found this quote that I want to share, and I love it, and I had to write it down because it's too good. It says, pain makes you stronger, tears make you braver, and heartbreaks make you wiser. So thank the past for a better future. Live in the moment. Live in the present. Feel all the feels. Remember, you might be down here in the depths of your hell. You might see your kids in the depths of their hell. You might be saying goodbye to someone. You might be saying goodbye to a life. You might, whatever it is that is causing you heartbreak, feel it. And as you do that, and each day goes by, you're going to look back. You're going to see not only that you've come this far, but that you're making it. You are enough. You are loved. You are important. Say that in the mirror in case you need 3 things to say. And you can remember, I love you. I adore you. And today, you are enough. Thank you for subscribing.